Hi guys and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, like the video, share a comment. It helps my channel grow faster and it helps me to bring more interesting topics to discuss. So today we're going to speak again about the topic many of you asked, and this topic is budgeting and especially budgeting on a small income. So, to start with the basics, a budget is simply a financial blueprint that tracks your income and then directs where your money goes. This helps you live within your means and reach your financial goals. Also, it ensures your money serves your needs first, such as housing, utilities, before spending on the thing you want, like dining out, movie tickets, subscriptions, and such. So, the first step to build a budget is to identify your income so you know what you are making. Most people just have the salaries, but if you have any additional side gigs, any additional income, you should take those into account as well. Then the next thing which is recommended, and I did that for about 2 or 3 months before starting a budget, is simply tracking your expenses. So I was saving the bills I got after paying for different things, and then I just built a simple Excel form and just added up the cost for all of the categories. So the mortgage, the utilities, the groceries, the fun and travel money, the clothes, transportation, all kind of this. And then after 2 or 3 months, I began to see a pattern saying, okay, this is typically how much I spend for food. This is typically how much I spend for transportation. This is typically how much I spend for entertainment and such. So then you go into tracking and categorizing expenses. By reviewing your bank and credit card statement if you are using a credit card, or by just simply doing as I did, with just keeping the paper bills, the pieces of paper you get after paying, uh, you'll see where your money goes. And then after breaking them in different categories, also then group them into two main buckets, let's say. The needs or must-haves, which are non-negotiable, essential living costs like rent or mortgage, depending if you rent or own, groceries, utilities, transportation, debt payments if you have loans, and then the wants or the nice to haves, as I said, which covers all kind of discretionary spending, entertainment, dining out, hobbies, movie theaters, vacations, so on. And then you can use a budgeting method. So the budgeting method that is mostly recommended is the 50-30-20 rule, ideally. It doesn't really work on small incomes, and we'll talk about why. But this rule basically allocates 50% of your income to needs, then 30% to wants, and 20% to savings, charity, and paying down debt. For smaller incomes, it's hard to just focus on 50% on your income to needs because generally the needs take much more. They can go up to 90%, so close to whole paycheck or even more. So then you go into different ways to adjust, mitigate these costs. Obviously, if you still have room to invest, it's always good to pay yourself first. So uh, um, just put this in your mind. It's recommended by most financial educators here. Once you get the paycheck and you have a determined savings rate, just pay yourself first before you pay any other bills. Just put it in the savings account, in the investment account, And ideally, it should be about 10%. But if you can do that, just start with 5%, heck, start with 3% or even lower. Just build the custom of saving, so bit by bit. And then as you get better to budgeting, or if you find a way to increase your income, then you can allocate slowly more and more money to savings. But it's very important to build a saving habit. So now if we go at a nice article I found from Smart Purse blog, and kudos to them, they gave you some budgeting tips. So first of all, as I've said, to track all your expenses. This is the first step because now you know where your money is going. For most people that haven't started budgeting, the main question is, okay, where are the money going? And I've seen a lot of people that actually have good wages and they are without money at the end of the month, trying to make the ends meet, are not sure why are they spending. They are, let's say, fighting with their spouse or husband about, okay, why did you spend that? Where are the money going, and so on. So tracking the expenses is the first critical step. So if you are old school like me, I like this part, you can use a spending journal or I use an Excel spreadsheet. It's easier. If not, you can use an app. There are a lot of there and syncs with your bank account, credit card statements, and they automatically populate different category with your spendings. Then once you have all the expenses tracked, you should categorize and analyze. So you will see generally patterns jumping up. And you will see usually some categories where you're spending more. Could be dining out here, could be subscription services, could be entertainment, let's say, um, or or others. So an example here that they've shared is a classical one, the dining out versus cooking at home. So at a real life example for the post author, they used to grab lunch out every day, spending about £10 each time. That's £50 a week, or roughly £200 a month just on lunches. And once they started tracking, I realized they could cut that in half by meal prepping on Sundays and bringing food from home. They started to do it. They realized it's not really a huge sacrifice, it doesn't take that long, and it saved a lot of extra money. So in this case, having 100 extra pounds per month for saving, for investment, or for maybe just um, spending it more wisely than just paying this additional cost every time you just grab lunch out. So this is a blog I recommend. It has a lot of interesting articles, so be sure to check it out. And going back to our discussion, so this monitor and adjusting, it's very important. Once the budget is there, it's set. It's not, let's say, cast in stone, and then you just simply look at it and admire it from a distance. No, you keep monitoring it and adjusting it, let's say, week by week, month by month. And then you see where the money is, let's say, bleeding out, and then how can you make like better purchases, let's say. So you can adjust your budget at the start of every month to account for irregular expenses like holidays or an unexpected car trouble, or maybe a birthday party where you are invited and you need to purchase a present. So now if we go particularly into small incomes, traditional budgeting percentages, like I said, it's 50% on needs, often do not work because essential bills consume most of the paycheck. So the goal shifts here from strict categorization to maximizing every dollar or every euro and protecting your basic necessities. So you can go from 50 30 20 to the 70 20 10 rule. the high needs budget. And of course, the category stays the same. So in this case, the 70% would be for needs, 20% for wants, and 10% for saving and paying up debt. And obviously, these are just some high-level guidelines. You can adjust them uh, as you best feel it's suited to your particular need. Uh, there is also the cash envelope system, which I like, and you'll see other YouTubers just having a few envelopes and then cashing out the income each month and placing the bills inside the envelopes. And then you just spend what is in that envelope. So you have one for rent or mortgage, you have one for utilities, you have one for fun. And of course, if you just spend out the money for fun, you can take additional money from another envelope, from the rent or whatever. And this makes it simple because you have the money physical in the envelopes, and then you know how much you spent. If you are under budget, over budget, you can adjust specifically. So I hope this budgeting video was helpful for you. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel, and thank you for your attention. Goodbye.